if you're new here, I'm Kaniti, and if you're already watching my One Piece chill channel, welcome back. Today we are going to read the latest chapter of One Piece, number 1138, so of course spoiler alert if you're not up to date with manga. So let's see what this chapter has. Let's go. I know I'm a bit late to the chapter, but I had to finish proofreading the book that I was translating. The deadline is like right now, but I did finish, so now we can read the chapter guilt free. I'm really excited for it. It's called Harley, and we have a cover story: Oni Child Yamata and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 24. The base belongs to who is who. Wow, I didn't expect. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, these poor women. Are they here on their own will? Probably not. They don't look very happy, at least this one. Sign above who's who. Cat. He looks cool. I love the pose, like just chilling, you know. Okay, okay. Let's see. So now next cover story will be Yamata fighting who is who. What is it gonna be? Let's see. Note from Oda Sensei. I went to Glaze live. It was thoroughly entertaining, and my, what a voice! Just an amazing experience. So Glay must be some kind of singer? I don't know. Rock band. Oh, okay. If Google is saying like the correct thing, if I googled it correctly, then it must be some kind of Japanese rock band. Correct me if I'm wrong. That sounds fun. I'm glad those other senseis going out and having fun, you know. But let's get into the chapter itself. The aftermath of Loki's defiance. Well, he's still breathing. That's good. You're the spitting image of redhead Shanks. He says, yeah, exactly, like one to one. Basically, I'm saying, like, he's obviously his twin brother. There's no other option outside of, I don't know, Shanks being a clone. Did you really think I would just write that off as a coincidence? Shamrock is like silent. Mind your own business. That matter has nothing to do with you. Gunka is saying. You are not wrong, Loki answers, but a great pirate and a celestial dragon. They are polar opposites. You can't blame me for being curious. He's like, well, please, tell me the tea, give me the tea. Anyone would find it strange that you two share the same face. And it's interesting, they were already leaving, so they did beat him up, but they didn't like kill him. He is obviously, yeah, his face is all bloodied, but it's not like he was murdered, right? So they just were like, okay, you don't want to join, we'll beat you up and then we'll just leave. Okay, I guess that's good, but he was not finished. He was like, where's the tea? The pirate you're referring to is my younger twin. Yeah, I mean, that's freaking obvious. He went astray. At one point, he did return to the Holy Land, but it seems he grew too attached to the filthy world of the surface. We basically talked about this. If you watched my previous reaction, I kind of talked about it a bit more throughout, like reading the chapter, maybe in the ending and conclusion too, that obviously there were hints that there is some kind of special position that Shanks is holding, let's say, right? And so like this makes complete sense. You're not too shocked that he is from Celestial Dragon family, because there were these hints and you're like, oh, now everything is like in its place. Now you see why was that. He returned. I see. It's funny how I ended up hating both of you brothers. That's destiny. And I thought my grudge couldn't get any worse. What a family. You bastards. When I get out of these chains. Yeah, because Shanks caught him. Now Shanks' twin brother beat him up. Yeah, I can see that. The grudge. You know what I'll do, right? Huff, Loki is saying. I'll make it my mission to make sure my bodies are avenged. So the animals don't look so hot now. Are they dead? They were kind of standing and they were kind of okay. previous chapter, but now they're lying down completely, and he's saying like, make sure my bodies are avenged. So I take it as they're dead. What's that supposed to be, a threat? Shamrock is asking. They even also the thing I didn't think about reading the previous chapter, we did get the name Shamrock, and Shanks, Shamrock, they also like start from a similar sound, right? They are pretty similar in themselves, and I didn't catch that, didn't notice that detail, right? Captain, you don't have to. I know, he isn't worth getting my hands dirty over. Isn't that right, Cerberus? Ow. What the hell is that? It's my biting blade. What the fuck? I'm sorry. So the Cerberus started coming out of his sword, and now he looks like he's in pain. To be honest, I feel bad for him. I know, and the blade is kind of coming out of his jaw, how you call it when it's an animal, right? Out of his mouth. That looks horrible. But it fits, the theme, because we had that Gorosei coming out, like teleporting out of what seemed like, this kind of circle that you use for summoning a demon. And now we have Cerberus, which is like a creature of one kind of hell. And so this falls into this kind of demon hell theme perfectly. And also something I wanted to say, it's a bit off topic considering like this page that we have right now. I'm sorry, like the Cerberus is like, but I also got this thought that it's pretty cool that Shanks is a son, a relative of Garling, Figurland Garling, because Garling, we kind of learned about him recently, but he has a pretty insane lore, and we know like how strong of a warrior he is. Even though, like chasing slaves and killing them, that's not much of a achievement that shows that you're a strong warrior. But I think the manga still is implying, like trying to convey that he was really strong, and he is like kind of like a legend in a sense. So Shanks being his son, that is pretty insane, right? In a cool way. And obviously Shamrock here, he is also his son, and he was he spent more time under Garling's guidance, right? So he should be probably following into his footsteps a bit more. And here we can assume he is also incredibly strong, and also he has this insane ability that, as I said, falls in line with the theme that we saw with Gorosei. So is this his devil fruit? Because with Gorosei it was like something more. It wasn't just like devil fruits, right? It was something beyond that. Correct me if I forgot something. There was a pluck with devil fruit, because their powers were explained, but they weren't shown as devil fruits as far as I remember. Again, please fix my mistake if I made it, but let's move on with the chapter. What's with this creepy thing? Okay, we got one more frame of the Cerberus. He does look pained. I don't know, he doesn't look angry. He looks like he's in pain. I feel so bad for him. Captain, let's clean up here and move on, Gunka is asking, also starting to use her abilities. Scramble, Shamrock is saying. What the heck is going on? So he called the Cerberus out of his sword. He said he isn't worth getting my hands dirty over, so maybe he was going to use Cerberus, so he doesn't like dirty his own hands. The Cerberus would do the job. He's biting blade. He is biting the blade. Nice play on the words, by the way. And Loki was shocked, but then I'm not quite sure. The Gunka created an like airplane, let's say, from her arrows, and she was like, okay, stop this bullshit, let's just get out of here. And so when Shamrock says scramble, he tells it to his Cerberus. Am I correct? Right? So Cerberus stops. He only just maybe scared Loki a little. He didn't do anything. Right? Right. And then Shamrock says heal. And so Cerberus returns to the blade. Then Shamrock hops onto this like airplane and flies on it with Gunko. I'm just like, I'm trying to make sense of all everything that's happening. Feel free to hunt me down anytime, he says. I'll face you then, assuming you survive this. Hey, hey. No, but the Cerberus did return to the sword. So survive this, you mean what? The injuries you gave him? Okay, so they are leaving. They were like, okay, mission failed, but no, wait. Double page. You gotta be kidding me, Loki is saying. But then the blade comes back. Ruff. No way. If that thing gets me. Oh my gosh. Those celestial bastards, Loki is saying. Okay, so he did pull the Cerberus back, but then attacked anyway from the plane. Girl, damn it. Oh gosh. This frame looks absolutely horrific. I'm not sure. Maybe he can survive this because it's One Piece. People are crazy tough in here, and especially giants, I could imagine, right? But holy shit, this looks like a scene in horror, when the demon entity gets to a person. Usually they don't survive that. Oh, and there is some sound. I think it's meant to show like how it resonates among the mountains. It's not translated, but might be like sound of pain, I think. Total subjugation isn't feasible now, Shamrock is saying. Let's start by taking their children hostage. We'll need an extra person. Understood. Who shall I call? Okay, so they're just leaving Loki, and they are talking about giants in general, and their plan is to take their children hostage and then make them subjugated. Maybe they're like, okay, judging by this example with Loki, they are not going to just give up without resisting. So let's take their children hostage, and then we will be kind of blackmailing them, right? And then they will have to agree to our terms, right? And they will call some kind of third person who is also some kind of god's knight, I suppose. Okay, that was pretty crazy. But now we are going to West Castle. I'm telling you, it was redhead. Liar! Shanks would never attack for no reason. Okay, so these poor giants that were attacked by actually like Shamrock and Gunko, they are trying to explain Luffy what happened. And obviously, yes, as I thought at first too, I was like, huh, this is like Shanks' face, right? I mean, it's without, it looks good, it's without the skull or anything, and like, yeah, we saw later a bit, like, yeah, he also has an arm and everything. So from the very beginning, I'm sure everyone was like, this must be like not Shanks, so what is going on? Is this some kind of, right? So there was some doubt from the start. But obviously, yeah, he does look exactly like Shanks, so that's what giants would say us, right? It's the truth. I saw him with my own eyes, they're saying. Red Hair has visited Elbaf many times. I recognized him. But I know Shanks, Luffy says. He's a super cool guy. Maybe it was just someone who looked like him. Luffy, you are absolutely correct. It was shocking. We were wondering what he was doing in the castle. He just left Elbaf recently, right? Zoro is saying. Wouldn't it be weird for him to come right back just to skulk around? Good point. Holy shit, Straw Hats are good detectives. They are making all the perfect points. Even if you are telling the truth, there's no way it could be Shanks. Shanks is always calm and laid back. Also good point. Even when they blew up Bartholomew's ship, right, he was also calm and laid back. Though, I have to say, Shamrock was also kinda kinda cold. He wasn't too angry or anything, right? He did attack, yes, so we can say he was really laid back, but it's not like he was going crazy. He had kind of steady demeanor. Him doing something like this just doesn't add up. Luffy is angry. You really have faith in him, huh? Nami is saying. Oh, that's sweet. You betcha, Nami. I would tick off just as much if someone bad mouths Tell Mary. It's Bell Mary, son. So it would tick you off as much. Okay, that makes sense now. I read it wrong. So it was a look-alike. That or your brother maybe, guys. You're just like right on point. Shanks's brother? Well, if he has one, he'd probably be a nice guy too. Dude, not necessarily. Not necessarily. But honestly, he never talked about his family, Luffy is saying. I heard that he was raised on a pirate ship from when he was little. Looks like Shiki from the back, right? I figure Roger and Rayleigh were his real family. Their whole crew. Except for Buggy. No, I feel like Buggy wasn't there too. He just like he went sideways afterwards. He wasn't maybe but I feel like no, he was part. I don't know. That's a bit like don't exclude Buggy, okay? I'm sorry. I'm a Buggy lover, so always defending him. Frankie's group, the Treasure Tree Adam. Unbelievable. Adam Wood as far as the eye can see. Frankie is excited. And I thought it was meant to be rare. Ha 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 ha. Wow, I had no idea it was so valuable overseas. Maybe I should start selling some on the side. Weren't you sent here to keep an eye on me? Frankie is asking to so he doesn't take any. Saul seemed pretty strict about it. He was all like, it's a sacred tree, Bucko. It don't go cutting it down now, you hear? You sound just like him. Still, I guess stealing from under the noses of giants is a tall order. I guess that's Frankie now saying, oh. But anyway, Ripley was like, maybe I should sell them. I'm sure she was just joking. Maybe that explains the markup. Markup? What's that? It's a mural. Oh, that sounds exciting. It's graffiti from eons ago. Some kids probably etched right into the bark and it got fossilized. It's now designated as a cultural heritage site, thanks to its enormous historical value. And it from so eons ago. Okay. I'm getting excited. Is a punk's doodle that big of a deal? It's said to date back somewhere between 900 and 800 years ago. If that's true, then that would place it right in the middle of the Void Century. Frank is like, what? We gotta show Robin. That's also my first thought, dude. She will be thrilled. Oh my gosh, he looks so cute on this frame. He's so excited too. Hey, ain't this drawing kinda odd for old Elbaf? Not all the figures look like giants, quite. As far as we know, it looks like they are maybe different kind of races, creatures. There were definitely times where the races of the world clashed, but this kind of cooperation is unheard of. So this is cooperation of different races, I feel like. Interesting. We see only like part of the mural, these different races, I guess, from the sea and the giants, and maybe like some like minks, or what do you think, right? And then we hear that they cooperated. That's why I think it was probably just some kid's dream replay saying, I bet it's true. I bet it's like historically accurate. Whew, Walrus School. Class is in session, everyone. Listen up. All library. So this is the Harlem. Okay, so in school the kids are just chilling. They have no idea that they might be kidnapped by some weirdos. In all library we have Robin saying, so this is the Harley. Yep. Oh, it's so big and old. Giant dust. Chopper is saying, this pretty tom here preserved many of the rich myths and legends of Elbaf. All they spawned countless interpretations too. Yeah, that's a big book. That's why all the warriors of Elbaf believe in very different versions of the sun god. Yeah, we are continuing that conversation. Ain't that the funniest thing you ever heard? May I read it? Of course, there is she. The narrative is split into three distinct sections. It's said that the third world refers to the present day, meaning it's a type of prophecy. Oh no, the three distinct sections. So the third section should be about the future, about our, which is now our time, right? Mind you, legends of Nika have spread silently all over the world. The only thing they all have in common is that he appears with a booming laugh to this beat. Don do to to, don do to to. Yeah, that's I'll read aloud then. The first world, the earth burned in endless flame, and the hearts of men. We see Chopper is here excited listening, and meanwhile Frankie is completely shocked looking at the mural. So the first world, it's like very, very past. The earth burned in endless flame, and the hearts of men. Oh my gosh! What the fuck is this? So we got a double page with the whole mural. It looks so exciting. The first world. Okay, again. The earth burned in endless flame, and in the hearts of men burned with desire. From whispered prayers, the sun god rose, beckoned by the enslaved who reached for the forbidden star. The god of the land was enraged. With a serpent of fire, they cast the world into ruin. Darkness fell, death reigned. They would not meet again. The second world, a breath, stood in the abyss. The god of the forest wove their magic, nurturing its devils, while the sun lit the embers of war. Those of the half crescent and full moons dreamed, yet the ones who slew the sun deified themselves, evoking the wrath of the sea god. They would not meet again. The third world, chaos reigns, the world drifts in a void, yet time does not erase the memory of the promised day. Its shadow looms as the voice of the half moon echoes through the ages, and once more the sun god shall rise, laughing, dancing, guiding the world to its final act. The sun is reborn, a new dawn will break. Surely, this time they will meet. This is so cryptic, but the second world must be like what we have now as world government, right? The ones who slew the sun and then deified themselves, right? So that's world government and like celestial dragons, all of that stuff, right? And the third world is obviously like promising us that now like Luffy's representation of the sun god will make the world kind of reborn and we will have a new dawn. But the final act does sound like end of the world, to be honest. The first world, I think, is the most interesting. The earth burned in endless flame, hearts of men burned with desire. So they were enslaved, and then the sun god appeared as like someone who gives enslaved hope. So yeah, kind of he is also now seen as right someone who gives enslaved hope. We got that idea before. The god of the land was enraged. Now, interesting, in the second world, the sea god, so the god of the sea, was enraged. So that's interesting. Then, in the first world, with the serpent of fire, they cast the world into ruin, and darkness fell, death reigned. So that was pretty dark times. So we can see, like, do we read the mural then from from right to left or from left to right, or how? Because there's the tree in the very center like Yggdrasil, right? We have, I think this is must be like maybe the god of fire on the top, then on the right maybe god of the sea, I assume, and on the very left is this supposed to be No, I feel like on the very left, maybe this is not this. Is this the sun god? Or is this supposed to be like, because with the horns and everything, we could think, oh, maybe it kind of represents the Gorosei that are like demons and they stole the sun. Maybe that's what's being represented here. Yes, because see, in front of them there is a person who looks like Luffy in his Nika form, right? I think that's supposed to represent him with the shield. Yeah, yeah, and like the stretch arm. Definitely. So this is the second world where they stole they slew the sun. So that represents that war that we had, Nika and his allies. So all the races unified, they were fighting the, let's say, the world government, right? And unfortunately they did lose. So this second world where the sun god was slew, is this even a word, right? And we have a lot of people here on the ships with different like, flags, and yeah, all like the giants and sea nation, and literally everyone, I feel like, right? The minks, I think, everyone, the sky people. And then here, this is like a bird breathing fire. I feel like maybe all the black figures represent the demons that, I'm not sure, maybe not. Look here at this, like water god, I assume, and people with what looks like huge, I don't know, stars. Maybe this is the hearts of men burnt with desire, the earth burnt in endless flame. Maybe this is this part. I'm not quite sure. Someone who seems to have a crown is standing here. The animals, the sheep. I'm not sure. Okay, guys, I feel like I maybe will need more time to decipher this, because this is turning in like an analysis video, and yeah, maybe we'll see. And this is it. Yes, by the way, this is the end of the chapter. A deep mythology unveiled. So that was pretty crazy. If you have any thoughts on this, like especially the last page, please do share them in the comments down below. We can talk about it. Then maybe I'll also like watch other videos, like what people are saying, and then maybe if I have also something to say, I might also film the video. You know, I'm always promising, but I never do, because I'm so busy with work usually. So lately I only have time to just like read the chapter. I don't post any like theories anymore that much, but if I do have time, this is something that's definitely worth, you know, finding time to make a video about. So yeah, if I have some interesting, like something interesting to add, I will definitely do that. But for now, yeah, please, let's discuss it in the comments. If you have something to say, would be really exciting to read, and as well share and share your favorite moment as usual as well. Gosh, this chapter just insane. But yeah. Okay, that's it for today. So thank you for watching, and see ya.